Welcome back. Natalie has been warning us all morning that we are back to 100-degree days this week. So if you're spending any time outdoors, sun safety is going to be the big push for you to avoid skin cancer. Joining us now to discuss sun safety and skin cancer awareness is Dr. Jason Reichenberg. He is with Seton University Physicians Group, and he is a dermatologist there. Dr. Reichenberg, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
We were out, and I was telling Natalie, we were out in the sun yesterday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We decided to go to the Nature Preserve and Science Center, yeah, with two small kids, and all it was just, and so before we left, we thought, okay, how much sunscreen do we put not only on us, but on babies? So let's just start from the top. Skin cancer, there's several different forms, right?
Right.
How does that break down?
So skin cancer is caused by the overproduction of skin cells, and the different kinds of cells that overproduce induces different kinds of skin cancer. So if the top layer of cells overproduce, you get a basal cell or squamous cell cancer. Where if the pigment cells, the melanoma cells overproduce, you get a melanoma.
Okay, and the one that's more common is?
Basal cell. Basal cell and then squamous cell.
Oh, because I always often hear of melanoma, but it's not.
So the reason that you hear more about melanoma is because it's a more deadly cancer. And it's the kind of cancer that if you catch it early, it's almost 100% curable. You can just take the skin off and it goes away. And there's there's less than 1% chance it'll ever come back. But if melanoma goes deep, it becomes very deadly. So we think of this as something where if we can prevent it or catch it early, there's a much bigger difference in people's health. So that's why you hear so much about it. Basal cell and squamous cell sort of slowly grow over time, and there's not a critical point with those cancers.
Okay, now, does the sun cause or exacerbate them?
Both.
Oh.
So really, a lot of cancer has two different causes, and so what makes skin cancer difficult is the sun is both the cause and the exacerbator there.
Okay.
So if you've spent years in the sun, your skin's already damaged, but it'll hit a point in which it'll just sit there. But then if it gets more sun, it overproduces and actually develops a cancer. So I hear from people all the time, well, I got so much sun exposure when I was younger that there's just no reason for me to even try anymore. And the answer is absolutely, especially as you get older and your immune system can't fight those cancers.
Oh, okay, yeah. So never too late kind of situation.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about those people who started younger. For younger kids, what do you do for them? Do you slather it on every 2 hours?
Well, the first thing is, and I like the way you talk about sun safety as opposed to sunscreen. I really think it's important to teach the kids that it's more about being aware of the sun and aware of your time in the sun than it's just about using sunscreen over and over. So being smart about the time of day between 10 and 4 p.m., peak times, is when the sun is at its highest, and it's when you're going to have the most difficulty trying to get the shade you need.
Okay.
So shade, wearing a hat, long sleeve shirts, sunglasses, those are all way more important. Those things don't wash off.
Okay.
Those things don't have to be reapplied. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Sunscreen is really your backup. When all of those things have failed, you're either, you have to have, you're jumping in the water, you can't do any of those things. Or if you know that your hat's going to blow off. So that's when sunscreen is probably more important.
And then when you get older, who should be screened for for skin cancer?
Well, the peak, skin cancer rates, especially melanoma, really peak after the age of 50, especially for men, but also for women. What I say to everybody is, be seen by your doctor a single time and ask them, how high of a risk do you think I am?
Okay.
If you can see a dermatologist, they'll give you that approximation. Wow, you're somebody who's a very low risk, higher risk. You should be seen every year, or et cetera. Anybody can get skin cancer. Every age, every race, anybody can get skin cancer, but the rates go up significantly once you get older. And if you have a family history of skin cancer, or you've actually had a skin cancer yourself, that makes your rates much, much higher.
Dr. Reichenberg, breaking it down for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We're back in just a moment. Yeah, thank you.